Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder, bishops, of great millstone, pieces I taste to the whole full. It's your brother Kadash, representative GMS branch here at Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out a quick and edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI. And the title the spirit gave me was there won't be no better feeling than the transition of kingdoms. And you see, because the transition of kingdoms, it comes with what's what I'm looking for. The transition of kingdoms, that's a title in itself. The transitioning of kingdoms comes with the accuracy of creation. The fact that the kingdom is being translated, all right, unto the hands of the righteous proves that the accuracy of why we were created. It proves why we were created. The fact that the transitioning is happening. If it didn't happen, then the Lord's creation would be in vain. Ain't that something? So this next transition for us are these the Israelites is gonna be mere power. All right, nothing but power. Oh, I said that at 144. Call it. It's gonna be nothing but power, man. You know. So by default, there won't be any better feeling than the transitioning of kingdoms, because the scriptures say, and like you see on the screen, man, you see a father and his son, and the look unto his son as if I got you. Israelites don't think like that in his kingdom. All right. Israelites don't think like that. And we're only as good as our weakest link. But in the kingdom, all Israel is going to have that vibration of righteousness on them. Every Israelite is going to move like this. And that's a curse that was placed on us in Deuteronomy 28. The evil eye towards our children and our women, vice versa. And, you know, the children leaving the house. I mean, the father leaving the household. Deuteronomy 28, 54, I think, and 56 goes into that. You know, so that curse ain't going to be on us in the kingdom, man. It's going to be a good feeling to transition. Matter of fact, let me get this word real quick. Let me get this word. Damn, come on now. Transition. From the Etum Online, it says a going across or over. A change, a passage from one condition or action to another. You see? A passage. So a passage. So this change, this passage from one condition or action to another. You see? You see? Scripture talk about, let me see if I can get that real quick. Hold on, bear with me, it's an Apocrypha. I believe it's in Sirach. Hold on. Forget how it's actually worded. Haven't brought it out in a minute. This is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. Let me see. Yeah, 11. Sirach 11. I do that all the time. Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is more remembrance of poverty. Let me read it again. Prosperity. Salakia. Read it one more time. Sirach 11:25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction, right? So when you're prosperous, when you're rich, when you have abundance, none of that pain that you went through to get to that state, like it's like it never happened. You see? It's a necessary evil that we're about to get ready to uphold, man. That's why it won't be any better feeling than the transition of kingdoms. Because it's like that workout. It's like that you get to you win a championship, all that hard work you put in. Brothers who play sports and have some type of adrenaline rush like that. You had some type of competition and you actually came in first, or you won the trophy, or you won some type of award, whether it was student of the month or student of the year, or I don't know, employee of the month, whatever. It's like when that reward come, it's no better feeling than that. All the affliction go out the window. All the pain, blood, sweat, and tears. All the sleepless nights, the headaches, the arguments, the lack thereof. All of that go out the window. The long days, the long nights. It's like it never happened. It was like a mist, a vapor, a shadow, as the scriptures say. Sirach 11:25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. Okay. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. You know, when you're down bad, you're not thinking about how it says in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. You see, because all your next move is just basically based off you surviving and getting to that next phase or the next day. You know, little by little type of mindset. You know, scriptures also say that it's also an apocryphal about let's talk about what rest. Let me see if I can get that real quick. BAHASHAM. Second Ezra 8. And let's start at 51. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise opened. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed, yet perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is shewed the treasure of immortality. Ain't gonna be no better feeling than the transition of kingdoms, man. We ain't gonna never have an enemy over us again. You see? We ain't gonna never have an enemy. It said, well, rest is allowed, man. Typed in. When you go into this concept of rest, okay? Bear with me. Type in, how important is rest? It says rest is incredibly important for both physical and mental health, as it allows the body to repair itself, rebuild energy, and recover from daily activities, leading to improved concentration, mood, and overall well-being. Don't you know, even in our sleep, we're not resting? We're constantly dreaming and having nightmares and sweating and on guard. We gotta sleep with our clothes on, as the apostles recommended, and it's a lot, man. Even in our supposed rested state, we're not at rest. We're constantly thinking and moving, and the scripture talk about this is not our rest, for it is surely polluted. It should destroy you. That's why the scriptures commanded us to depart from it, because it's not our rest. We're not supposed to be engulfed in it, because if it took, you gotta understand, like it took a lot of our mental state, us fleeing out of the concept and the construction, the constructed mind that Babylon constructed at the time. It took a lot off our mind. We don't have to worry about celebrating Christmas and celebrating Halloween and going here and going there and trying to get our kids ready for college and, you know, doing all that weird ass shit. We don't gotta think, we don't gotta worry about the cares of this life. That took a lot off of us. That took a lot off of us, man. Essentially, it says, essentially not getting enough rest can significantly impact your ability to function optimally in daily life. It says key points about the importance of rest: physical health, mental health, immune system function, emotional well-being, performance enhancement. Physical health. Rest helps repair muscle tissue, reduce muscle soreness, and prevent injuries by allowing the body to recuperate, reciprocate after exercise or exertion. Right, Esau, it said, Isaiah 14, with a continual stroke. He don't even let the trees rest. He don't let the earth rest. He don't let the land rest. He don't let the people rest. He has everything in subjection, and he suppresses it daily with no mercy. You're supposed to have a land Sabbath. We had a land Sabbath back in the day, in the ancient world. Okay. Yo, it's reasons behind our way of living. It keeps life going. Esau suppressed that, which means it stops life from continuing. Okay. So this next transition, bro, is going to be epic. Let's continue. Mental health. Adequate rest can improve focus, memory, decision-making abilities, and reduce stress and anxiety levels. So can you imagine us not having none of these things? These things are the number one causes of unaliveness in the J community as well as the world. Why do these things even exist? They're none but spirits, of course, but why do they exist? They exist because the one that's ruling is conjuring these spirits up, and he's taking your peace. He took it says the scripture, you say he took peace from the earth. He took peace from the earth. He destroyed the whole earth. So now you deal with anxiety. Now you deal with body aches and immune system deficiency, mental health deficiency, physical health deficiency, emotional deficiency, performance deficiency. Jake be taking they got commercials with Blue Shoe, and you gotta take things for your ride so you can stay hard and you could deal with your woman like a man, and they be pushing that. You want to feel like a man again? Blue Shoe, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's because Esau it's because the shit he pushed in the earth it has gotten to this point. It's scripture talking about Matthew 24. If the Lord don't shorten the days, then no flesh will be saved. But for your sake, for the elect's sake, the days should be shortened. It says, immune system function. When rested, the body is better equipped to fight off illness and infections. Right. And we ain't gonna have no more uneasy. All right. Our body's not gonna be no more uneasy. So you can understand, man. You know, this uneasy. We ain't gonna have no more sicknesses, and you know, sicknesses is nothing but the result and the fact of sin. You know, sin is the transgression of the law. It brings death. It brings death upon us. Sin do. It's like the kryptonite, man. So it says when rested. So we're gonna be. It says where rest is allowed. So we're gonna be able to rest. Our immune system, we ain't gonna get sick no more. Our mental state is gonna be A1. Our physical strength is gonna be A1. It says emotional well-being. Rest can contribute to a more positive mood and better emotional regulation. Right, we ain't never gonna be sad or anything like that. In Revelation 21 talk about ain't gonna wipe away all our tears. We ain't gonna never have to experience pain again, man. Performance enhancement. Taking regular breaks and getting sufficient sleep can optimize performance in work, sports, and other activities. So the fact that we're gonna be at a restful state, meaning we're gonna be able to perform at the max level all the time. You understand? You see? We're gonna have that moment. We can breathe. We're gonna be able to breathe, man. Ain't no words you could put on our us being free from captivity, man. You see? This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. See that? So we're gonna be able to rejoice, lick our son in his eyes, and mean it. And mean it. Whatever you think, whatever you mean, we're gonna mean it. We ain't gonna have to supplant our own people just to get by and just to help them, or to finesse our family and whoever, just so it could benefit them. Everybody is gonna be at some type of high frequency, man. Some higher, some lower, but it's gonna be all in righteousness. All right, to be able to uphold immortality for all Israel, man. You know, Sirach 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of Yahawah, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. In the hand of Yahawah is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. See, so that profitable one is YAHAWASHI. And in his hand, and in Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI's hand, is the prosperity of men. So this transition, right? What did it say? Let me see. Let's see what's right. Well, righteousness. Righteousness. Let me see. This is matter of fact, let me read this. Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right? But when this next transaction happen, it's gonna be in a state of it's gonna be in a state of righteousness. This is 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we matter of fact, the scripture talking about he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. That's a great thing in the eyes of the Lord, man. You know, that there ain't gonna be no better feeling than the transition of kingdoms, because it's the prosperity of Jacob and it's the destruction of Esau. He's the one that holds the kryptonite over our head and keep us weak as a people. Once he's out of the way, we're gonna prosper and flourish and flood the universe. Ain't no better feeling than the transition of kingdoms. You can't get no better than that. Okay? Because that comes with everything the book entails and the Bible entails. That's what I'm talking about. The book, I mean the Bible. It comes with the glorification of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. He gets his glory, man. He gets the praise on the earth. His name is dominating in the earth. The order is set back up in the earth. Man, women don't rule over men. Children don't rule over men. Over man. You know, Esau, the nations don't rule over Israel. Israel is in order. The government is set up from the government of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI is set up. You know, Israel all righteous, won't die no more. Immortality is prominent. The heathens in subjection and servitude in a rightful place. They in order. no more uh sicknesses and infections and all that, man. The law, the commandments being kept at 100% perfection and so forth. I could keep going on and on and on and on and on. So this transition ain't gonna get no better than this transition. This is what this whole thing was about. Ain't no better feeling than what's about to come and what's happening. 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Talking about this man's rulership. And that thief is the ICBM missiles, man. And Yahawah's return is going to come when these people least expect it. Like it says, as the days of Noah, they were merry and drinking and giving to, partying. They was in a Bacchus spirit, a partying spirit, and giving into marriage. And they caught them unawares. They wasn't watching. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. It's talking about the oxygen, the elements, is the cars, money, cars, clothes, and holes, and the air you breathe, and trees, and all of that. Trees filter the air we breathe. If all the trees is cut down, that alone, how much, like the insects, bees, and so forth and so forth. Scripture talking about in the Old Testament. It's in I forgot, I think it's Habakkuk or so. One of the smaller books about it was the Lord angry with the sea. You know, it was one of the smaller books. You know, I always forget that one as well. Salakia. But that's the elements. The people, the land, and so forth. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's the ICBM missiles. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. The whole earth is not going to be destroyed, because the scriptures say the earth abideth forever. So it's talking about this man's where he dwell. It's talking about that in Revelations 8, the third part of men. All right, the third part of the land. I think it's in chapter 9 as well. I could be wrong, but that's everywhere Esau dwell and everything he owns and touch. Okay, that's what's gonna be burned up. So that's including what where the small hats are. That's including America and wherever else he's at. Okay, it says and the element shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, 2 Peter 3 and 13, we according to his, it says, nevertheless, right? We according to his promise. That's the Israelites, mainly the elect, starting with the elect. Look for new heavens, because they're the only ones looking for a new rulership and no dominion, a way out of this prison. Look for new heavens and a new earth, right? A new rulership, a new system, a new government, a new power, which is really not new on earth as it is in heaven, as is written in Matthew 6. So meaning a refreshed start, man, where we can breathe and where rest is allowed. We're looking, it said in Hebrews that we look for a city to come, right? This is not let me get that real quick. Continuing city. That's Hebrews 13 and 14. For here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. See, because a city is a people before it's a place. But what happens in the city? Things move in the city. You know, you think about you like the joy. You think about music. You think about food. You think about people, the gathering, the prosperity. You think about abundance. You think about praise and worship. That's all these things and more take place in cities, man. Right? I'm talking about obviously a lot more on both sides, but I'm talking about like just good things that take place, trade and commerce, and that's all. That's not a bad thing. That means things is in motion. People are getting what they need. All right. If you think about the bargain system, if I got a lot of bread and you need bread and I need eggs and you got a lot of eggs, well, it's not going to hurt me to give you bread and you give me eggs. So it's like a city provides things that everybody needs. So we're looking for a city a refreshed city to come. right? Where abundance is to our liking. Yahawah said before we even think it, we're gonna get it. You know, your heart, everything of our heart's desire. Your eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the things that the Lord have prepared for those who love Him. 2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, right? That's Romans 9. The promises, the adoptions, and all that. That has to do with the glory. That's all. That's talking about the covenants. That's talking about the kingdom. That's talking about the immortality, the living forever. That's talking about all of that, man. According to His promise, because He promised that to Abraham. He promised that we to our forefathers, many of our forefathers. Solomon, He told Solomon, Solomon kingdom didn't continue. It was only for 40 years, but he's supposed to continue his kingdom of peace. Because why? It was a foreshadowing of what was going to come. That was that refreshed, that kainos, that refreshed, like Revelation 21, that refreshed state of what Solomon, King Solomon, was representing, which is Yahawashi. You can receive it on earth. Look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Let me read that again. 2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. You see, we're looking for it where it dwelleth righteousness. Because it tell you in Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 15, righteousness is immortal. Again, it won't be no better feeling than the transition of kingdoms. The abundance of your seed. Women getting pregnant and meaning it. And not aborting your seed. Murdering your seed. Taking its life before it even had a life. None of these things are going to take place. Them curses is going to be removed, and they're going to be placed on our enemy pursuant to Deuteronomy 30 and 7. So this next phase, this transition of kingdoms, yo, won't be no better feeling than this, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishop, the great millstone. Peace I touch to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, it's edifying, and it makes sense. All right, Lord willing. Shalom.